Ever tossed and turned all night, only to wake up feeling like you never closed your eyes? You hit the pillow at a reasonable hour. Your room was calm, and you were plenty tired. Yet, morning arrives, and you are exhausted, achy, maybe even a bit lightheaded. Does that ring a bell? You might have blamed it on getting older, a restless night, or too many trips to the bathroom. But what if the real culprit is hiding in your pantry or fridge? That cozy bedtime snack you have loved for years. The one that seems so harmless or even good for you could be quietly wreaking havoc. As we pass 65, our bodies shift in subtle ways. And the foods we eat before bed can mess with our sleep, strain our hearts, cloud our minds, and even raise the risk of serious health scares while we rest. One food we will reveal today is even tied to heart attacks during sleep. This is not about scaring you. It is about arming you with the know-how to make smarter choices. Have you ever felt your heart pounding at night? Woken up, drenched in sweat, or had bizarre dreams that left you drained? Some everyday foods, even ones marketed as healthy, might be the hidden cause. Today, we are diving into 8 foods seniors should steer clear of before bed. And number 3 is a real game changer for your safety. Stick with me, because your health and peace of mind deserve this. While you are here, drop your favorite nighttime snack in the comments. You might spot it on our list. If you are all about thriving as you age or looking out for someone who is, hit that subscribe button. Elderly philosophy, we dig into what matters most. Because you deserve to feel vibrant and rested every single day, ready to uncover what is lurking in your kitchen. Let us jump in. Food 1, coffee. Meet Mrs. Agnes, a sprightly 76-year-old who treasured her nightly cup of coffee, brewed just right. Sipped slowly while she chatted with her daughter, or caught up on her favorite show. It was her way of feeling sharp and connected. A comforting ritual that brought back memories of bustling days. She would enjoy her coffee around 7 p.m., then head to bed, expecting a good night's rest. But slowly, her sleep began to slip away. She would lie awake for hours, staring at the ceiling, her mind racing as if it refused to quiet down. Some nights, she felt her heart thumping a little too fast. And by morning, she was groggy, as if sleep had barely touched her. She tried dimming the lights and reading before bed, but nothing helped. What Agnes did not know was that her evening coffee was still stirring up her system long after the last sip. Here is the deal. Caffeine does not just fade away quickly. For most people, it lingers in the body for 6 to 8 hours. But for seniors, it can stick around even longer. As we age, our bodies process caffeine more slowly, so that evening cup could still be buzzing in your bloodstream well past midnight. This keeps your brain on high alert, your heart beating faster, and your nerves wired when they should be winding down for rest. It is like trying to sleep with a light switch flipped on in your mind. Many folks make the mistake of thinking decaf is a safe bet. But even decaf has a small amount of caffeine, enough to nudge your sleep cycle off track if you are sensitive. The result? You might struggle to fall asleep, or your rest stays shallow, leaving you tired and foggy the next day. For seniors, good sleep is not just about drifting off. It is about staying asleep and waking up refreshed. And caffeine can steal that from you. So, what is the smarter move? Cut off all caffeine by 2 p.m. Earlier, if you can. That means no coffee, sodas, black teas, or even dark chocolate after early afternoon. If you love a warm drink in the evening, try a soothing, caffeine-free option like peppermint tea or lemon balm tea, both known for calming the nervous system. Or go for a cozy glass of warm oat milk, which has a gentle, sleep-friendly vibe. These choices let you keep your evening ritual without jolting your body awake. By swapping coffee for something calming, you will give your mind and heart the chance to ease into deep, restorative sleep, so you wake up clear, steady, and ready to embrace the day with a renewed spark. Food 2 Sugar. Meet Miss Lillian, a vibrant 70-year-old who cherished her evening ritual of savoring a warm oatmeal cookie fresh from the oven. It was her moment of bliss, a small treat to cap off the day. She would nibble slowly, perhaps flip through a favorite book, and then tuck herself into bed, feeling all was right with the world. But gradually, her nights began to fray. She started waking up multiple times, her mind buzzing with strange, colorful dreams that felt too real. Some nights, she would wake in a clammy sweat, and by morning, she felt as though she had not slept a wink. At first, she wondered if it was her busy schedule, or maybe an old mattress. But no one thought to question that single cookie. Here is the real story. Sugar is not the cozy companion it pretends to be before bedtime. When you indulge in something sugary, like a slice of cake or a handful of candy, your blood sugar surges quickly. This prompts a flood of insulin, sending a loud signal to your brain that it is time to perk up, not settle down. Your pulse quickens, your thoughts sharpen, and your body revs up when it should be gliding into rest. It is like slamming the gas pedal just as you are trying to ease into a quiet stop. Over time, these nightly sugar rushes scramble your sleep cycle, throwing off your circadian rhythm, the internal clock that guides when you rest and wake. Your blood pressure might spike when it should be calming, and instead of diving into deep, healing sleep, you linger in a shallow, fitful state that leaves you exhausted. But there is more. Those constant sugar spikes at night can fuel inflammation and even spark irregular heartbeats. Especially for those over 65, it is tempting to think, it is just a little dessert. It soothes me, but that is a trap. Sugar offers a brief moment of comfort while silently stirring up trouble, stealing the rest your heart and brain crave. So, what can you do instead? If you need a gentle evening treat, sip on a warm cup of chamomile tea, free of caffeine and known for its calming touch, or try a small banana, rich in magnesium and potassium, which work together to relax your muscles and ease you into sleep. These choices satisfy your craving for something pleasant without jolting your system awake. By choosing these over sugar, you will safeguard your sleep, keep your heart steady, and wake up feeling refreshed, clear-headed, and ready to greet the morning with energy and joy. Make this simple swap, and your nights will thank you with the rest you deserve. Food 3 Processed Meats. Mr. Leonard, a cheerful 74-year-old who had a nightly habit of fixing himself a small snack of salami slices on toast. It was his wind-down ritual, a savory treat to enjoy while watching a late show before bed. He would munch contentedly, maybe jot down a few thoughts in his journal, and then drift off to sleep, feeling satisfied. But over time, his nights grew troubling. He began waking in the early hours with a heavy, squeezing sensation in his chest. No kite pie, but enough to make him sit up, short of breath, wondering if something was wrong. He visited his doctor, went through heart tests, and checked his oxygen levels, all of which came back fine. It was not until a routine chat with his nurse that the question came up, "What do you eat before bed?" That is when the pieces fell into place. Leonard's beloved salami was packed with sodium and saturated fats, a dangerous duo for seniors, especially in the evening. Here is why it matters. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, or deli cuts are loaded with salt, which makes your body hold on to water, hiking up your blood pressure and forcing your heart to work harder. The saturated fats, Meanwhile, thicken your blood and slow your circulation. Right when your body is trying to ease into rest, at night, when you are asleep, your heart rate naturally dips, and your blood flows a bit slower. But if your blood is too thick and your pressure is too high, that sluggish flow can turn risky. This is why studies tie processed meats to a higher chance of heart attacks during sleep, particularly for those over 65. You might think, it is just a couple of slices. How bad can it be? But it is not about the amount, it is about the timing. Even a small serving of these salty, fatty meats before bed can quietly strain your heart and blood vessels while you rest. So, what is the smarter choice? If you want a protein-packed evening snack, go for low-sodium turkey slices, which are lean, easy on your system, and even contain tryptophan, an amino acid that promotes sleepiness, or grab a small handful of unsalted almonds, offering healthy fats and magnesium to calm your body without spiking your blood pressure. Swapping out processed meats for these options might feel like a small sacrifice, but it is a powerful step toward protecting your heart. By making this change, you will give your body the chance to rest deeply, keeping your heart steady and your mornings brighter, ready to face the day with strength and calm. Food 4. Spicy foods. Mr. Harold, a spirited 80-year-old with a passion for his homemade chili. Every evening, like a sacred tradition, he would ladle a steaming bowl, packed with fiery habaneros, just the way he loved it. He would savor each spicy bite, maybe catch up on the evening news, and then head to bed with a satisfied grin. But slowly, his night started to shift. He began waking up with a strange pressure in his chest, sometimes coughing, or feeling a sharp, burning sensation creeping up his throat. At first, he thought it was just the years catching up or perhaps a restless day lingering in his mind. But the discomfort grew bolder, more persistent, and honestly, a little alarming. What Harold did not realize was that his cherished chili was not settling quietly in his stomach. Here is the thing. When you lie down after eating, gravity is no longer your friend. For folks over 65, the muscle that keeps your stomach sealed off from your esophagus, known as the lower esophageal sphincter, starts to lose its strength. This makes it easier for stomach acid to sneak upward, especially when spicy foods are involved. That is acid reflux. And it is more than just a nuisance. Ingredients like hot peppers or zesty sauces are like lighting a fire in your digestive tract. You might feel heartburn, a tight grip in your chest, or even pain that feels eerily like a heart attack. That is the scary part, because those symptoms can have seniors dialing for help, fearing a cardiac emergency, when it is really just their dinner fighting back. Too many people wave it off, thinking, it is only heartburn, it will pass. But here is why it is serious. Ongoing reflux steals your sleep. You toss and turn, wake up coughing, or struggle to breathe easy. That broken sleep keeps your body from truly resting. And over time, it drains your energy, clouds your focus, and wears you down. So, what can you do? You do not have to ban spicy foods for life, but timing is key. Steer clear of anything hot at least 3 hours before bed, giving your body time to digest while you are still upright. With gravity working in your favor, if you want a flavorful evening snack, try soothing herbs like mint or thyme instead of spice. They bring a gentle taste without stirring up trouble. A settled stomach paves the way for peaceful sleep. And that is the goal. Make this small switch, and you will wake up refreshed, steady, and ready to take on the day with a clear head. Fout 5 citrusfruits. Meet Mr. Walter, a disciplined 71-year-old who took pride in his active lifestyle. He walked daily, kept up with his checkups, and loved fresh, wholesome foods. Every evening, as part of his routine, he would peel a plump, juicy grapefruit, enjoying its tangy burst while catching up on the day's headlines. It felt like the perfect, clean way to end his meals. A nod to his commitment to staying fit, he would finish his fruit, maybe jot down a few notes for tomorrow, and then settle into bed, expecting a peaceful night. But over time, his sleep began to falter. He started waking up in the early hours, feeling bloated or battling a nagging burn in his chest. Some nights, he would cough or need to prop himself up to breathe comfortably. At first, he pointed the finger at heavy dinners or the stresses of life. But then he noticed a pattern. The discomfort only flared up on nights he ate his grapefruit. Here is why this matters. Citrus fruits, like grapefruits, oranges, or even lemons, are packed with acid. For seniors, especially those prone to acid reflux or heartburn, these fruits can spark a fiery reaction in the digestive system. As we age, the muscle that acts like a gate between the stomach and esophagus, called the lower esophageal sphincter, weakens. When you lie down after eating acidic foods, gravity stops helping, and stomach acid can creep upward, causing that burning sensation in your chest or throat. This can lead to coughing, disrupted breathing, or even a restless night that leaves you drained. You might be thinking, but fruit is so good for you. And you are absolutely right. Citrus fruits are loaded with vitamins. But timing is everything. Eating them close to bedtime can turn a healthy choice into a sleep saboteur. Especially for those over 65. When digestion becomes more sensitive, the acid can irritate your stomach lining, making it harder to slip into deep, restorative sleep. And over time, this can chip away at your energy and clarity. So, what is a better option? If you want a sweet, satisfying fruit before bed, reach for a banana, which is gentle on the stomach and rich in potassium and magnesium, nutrients that help relax your muscles and promote calm. Or try a few slices of pear, low in acid and easy to digest, offering a delicate sweetness without the risk of reflux. These fruits let you enjoy a light evening treat while keeping your digestion settled and your sleep on track. By swapping citrus for these kinder alternatives, you will protect your rest, wake up feeling refreshed, and start your day with the steady energy you deserve. Make this simple change, and your nights will be smoother, your mornings brighter, and your body grateful for the care. Food 6. Aged cheese. Mrs. Beatrice, a warm-hearted 68-year-old who adored her evening ritual of nibbling on a small plate of sharp cheddar with a few crackers. It was her way of winding down, a savory delight she would enjoy while listening to soft jazz or chatting with her husband about their day. She would savor the rich, tidy up the kitchen, and then slip into bed, expecting a night of peaceful slumber. But over time, her sleep began to feel like a strange journey. As soon as her eyes closed, her dreams turned vivid and chaotic. Not frightening, but so intense and disjointed that they left her exhausted. She would wake up feeling as if she had not rested at all. Despite spending a full 8 hours in bed, for weeks, she puzzled over the cause, wondering if it was stress or maybe her imagination running wild. Then, she noticed a pattern. Those restless nights always followed her cheese and cracker snack. Here is the science behind it. Aged cheeses like cheddar, parmesan, or blue cheese contain a compound called tyramine. This sneaky amino acid acts like a spark in your brain, boosting alertness and triggering the release of norepinephrine, a hormone that ramps up your heart rate and keeps your mind buzzing. Instead of easing you into sleep, Tyramine can make it harder to drift off and disrupt your REM sleep, the crucial stage where your brain processes memories and emotions, leaving you refreshed. When REM sleep is interrupted by those wild, vivid dreams, you wake up feeling groggy, as if your mind never truly shut down. Many people assume all dairy is soothing, thanks to the old advice about warm milk before bed. But aged cheese is a different story. It is stimulating, not calming, and for seniors whose sleep is already more fragile, this can make a big difference. So, what is a better choice? If you crave a dairy-based snack in the evening, try a small glass of warm milk, which contains tryptophan, a natural compound that promotes relaxation and drowsiness, or opt for a spoonful of low-fat cottage cheese, mild and easy on the stomach, offering the same sleep-friendly tryptophan without the mental jolt. These gentle options let you enjoy a comforting treat while setting the stage for deep, restorative sleep. By swapping aged cheese for these calmer alternatives, you will protect your REM sleep, keep your mind at ease, and wake up feeling clear, rested, and ready to embrace the day with a steady heart and a bright outlook. This small change can transform your nights, giving you the peaceful rest your body and mind deserve. Food 7 protein shakes, heavy protein meals. Meet Mr. Edgar, a determined 69-year-old who was all about keeping his strength as he aged. He had read that seniors need extra protein to preserve muscle, and he was not about to let that slip. Every night, he would blend a thick protein shake with whey powder, a dollop of peanut butter, and a splash of milk, or sometimes dig into a hearty plate of grilled chicken. It felt like the perfect way to fuel his body, a healthy habit to enjoy while catching up on emails or watching a documentary before bed. He would finish his meal, stretch a bit, and hit the hay, expecting his body to recover overnight. But soon, his nights started feeling off. He would go to bed feeling stuffed, sometimes bloated, and oddly wired, as if his body was still on duty. In the middle of the night, he would wake up sweating or needing to dash to the bathroom, and by morning, he felt sluggish, like sleep had barely touched him. He wondered if it was his workout routine or maybe too much screen time. But the real issue was that heavy protein load. Here is the deal. Dense protein meals or shakes take a long time to digest. And when you are sleeping, your body's digestion naturally slows down. For seniors, whose digestive systems are already less spry, this means your stomach is working overtime when it should be at rest, instead of slipping into deep, healing sleep. Your body is busy breaking down that late-night protein, which can leave you feeling heavy and restless. But it is not just about digestion. Research shows that eating a lot of protein close to bedtime can cut into your REM sleep, the vital phase where your brain sorts memories, processes emotions, and truly recharges. When REM sleep takes a hit, you wake up foggy, less sharp, and far from refreshed, which is the opposite of what Edgar was aiming for. Many folks think protein at night is a must for muscle repair. But for seniors, timing is critical. Loading up before bed can backfire, especially when your body needs light, easy-to-process foods to rest well. So, what is the better path? Save your protein punch for breakfast or lunch, with lean meats, beans, or eggs to fuel your day. In the evening, opt for a light meal, like steamed vegetables with a small serving of whole grains, or sip on a calming herbal tea like chamomile. These choices let your stomach rest while supporting deep sleep. By swapping heavy protein for lighter fare, you will protect your REM sleep, ease your digestion, and wake up feeling clear, energized, and ready to tackle the day with strength and focus. This small shift will give your body the rest it craves. setting you up for brighter mornings and stronger days. Food osma alcohol. Meet Miss Dorothy, a gracious 73-year-old who cherished her evening routine of pouring a small glass of red wine. She called it her moment of calm, a way to unwind after a busy day, sipped slowly while she read a novel or chatted with a friend over the phone. It seemed to help her drift off quickly, easing her mind as she settled into bed, ready for a good night's sleep. For a while, it worked like a charm. But then her morning started to shift. She began waking up groggy, her head foggy, as if she had barely rested. Some days, she felt a bit unsteady, and her daughter noticed she seemed more forgetful, misplacing keys or struggling to recall small details from the day before. Dorothy wondered if it was just aging. But the truth lay in that nightly glass of wine. Here is what science tells us. Alcohol might help you fall asleep faster, but it wrecks the quality of your rest. It suppresses REM sleep, the deep, restorative stage where your brain processes memories, sorts emotions, and heals your body. Without enough REM, your sleep becomes fragmented, leading to frequent wake-ups, dehydration, and even moments of confusion during the night, which can be especially risky for seniors who might already struggle with balance or clarity. At first, alcohol feels like a sedative, lulling you into a drowsy state. And it is easy to think, it helps me relax. It is fine. But that sedation is not true. Sleep? It is more like your brain being switched off, missing the vital cycles that recharge you. Even one drink in the evening can linger, as seniors process alcohol more slowly, leaving your body parched and your mind unrested. Over time, this can cloud your focus, dampen your mood, and sap your energy, making days feel heavier than they should. So, what is a better choice? Skip alcohol after 6 p.m. or save it for special occasions when sleep is not a priority. Instead, try a warm, soothing herbal drink like lavender tea or chamomile, both known for calming the mind and easing you into rest. Or reach for a magnesium-rich snack, like a small handful of almonds or a banana, which supports muscle relaxation and boosts sleep quality naturally. These options let you keep your evening ritual without disrupting your body's need for deep, healing rest. By choosing these over alcohol, you will protect your REM sleep, stay hydrated, and wake up feeling sharp, steady, and ready to greet the day with a clear mind and a light heart. This simple swap can transform your nights, giving you the restorative sleep you deserve and the energy to live your days fully. Let us take a moment to let all this sink in, because what we have uncovered about these 8 foods is more than just a list. It is a wake-up call to reclaim your nights and your health. It is a bit startling, is not it? Realizing that the evening snacks or drinks you have turned to for comfort, the ones that feel like old friends, might actually be working against you. These choices do not just affect how you sleep. They touch something deeper. Your sense of vitality, your ability to wake up each morning feeling steady, focused, and truly yourself. For those of you caring for a loved one, maybe a parent or a dear friend, this knowledge might stir a mix of emotions, concern, frustration, or even a pang of guilt for not knowing sooner. But here is the beautiful truth. You are not powerless. You are now equipped with insight that many never hear. And that insight is your strength. You have the power to make small, meaningful changes that can transform your nights and, in turn, your days. Sleep is not just about closing your eyes. It is your body's time to heal, to reset your heart, clear your mind, and fortify your spirit. For seniors, quality sleep is like a daily dose of medicine. And it starts with what you choose to eat or drink before bed. Tonight, I invite you to take one simple step Walk to your kitchen, open your fridge or pantry, and pick just one item we have talked about. Maybe that spicy salsa, sugary treat, or evening wine. Do not toss it out with regret, but replace it with intention. Choose something gentler, like a soothing chamomile tea instead of coffee, a banana instead of a cookie, or a handful of unsalted nuts instead of processed meats. This is not about fear or deprivation. It is about caring for yourself in a way that honors the life you want to live. Each small swap is a step toward deeper sleep, and deeper sleep leads to mornings where you feel sharper, more balanced, and ready to embrace whatever the day brings. Those clearer mornings build into safer, more joyful days, full of the energy and independence you deserve. Aging does not mean surrendering control. It means growing wiser, learning what lifts you up, and letting go of what holds you back. No matter where you are starting from, it is never too late to choose better rest, to feel stronger, and to live with more ease. Here at Elderly Wisdom Guide, we are in this together, sharing the tools and encouragement you need to make every night a gift of peace. So, take that step tonight. Make one change, and trust that it will ripple outward, bringing you closer to the vibrant, rested life you are meant to have. You are worth it. And your health, your clarity, and your joy are worth every effort. We covered 8 foods to skip before bed: coffee, sugar, processed meats, spicy dishes, citrus, aged cheese, heavy protein, and alcohol. H can disrupt sleep, heart health, or clarity for seniors. Share your bedtime snack experiences in the comments. If this helped, like and subscribe to Elderly Philosophy for more wisdom. Together, we empower vibrant aging. Sleep well, stay strong, and see you soon.